We're interviewing Ali for the Go Get edition of the DaVisionaire blog. And my first question for this young lady right here is, how long have you been singing?
Well, I've been singing since the tender age of 8. Music has just always been in my blood, like for as long as I can remember. Like I can remember getting up in the mirror and using the little green and white Avon bottle, the roll-on deodorant, and you give good love to me. Like for as long as I can remember, like mostly it's always just been in me. But my first solo was at church at 8.
So my next question for you, to follow up to that great question and great opener, is what is one of your biggest challenges succeeding or trying to succeed in this market, St. Louis market? Yeah, it might be more than one or two, but
you want me to play nice?
I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. I want you to lay it down.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't sugarcoat.
The easiest to break into the St. Louis market is that I was fresh. Like I started on the night scene amongst most rappers. There wasn't any, if you will, there wasn't any R&B singers at all. Not female that I remember 2 years ago when I started. My very first performance was at Daddy's Money. Shout out for Forever Fly. Belle Darius in the building, Daddy's Money. But that was the first place that I performed, and everybody embraced me. All the rappers immediately was like, "Oh, you dope, Mom. We need more artists like you. I need these on a hook." And immediately that sparked me like, "Woo! I need to come here." And from that one performance, it was like a chain reaction. I performed there, then somebody else asked me to perform here, then somebody else asked me to perform there, and then it just kind of started going. The hardest thing is to get your city to support, like, wow, oh my God. That's the hardest part for me. Like, you have to give support in order to get it, and even when you get it, sometimes you don't receive it. You have to have a different mind frame of, it doesn't matter if nobody show, I'm still gonna rock the house out, whether it's 100 people in this room or 2 people in this room. And that's just always been my mind frame. But that is the hardest part, to get the strong backbone support, to get everybody on one accord.
Speaking from a true vet. Okay, my next question is, you recently won the title of Voice of St. Louis. I want you to kind of go down that memory lane from the first season to the second season and chime in on that for the readers of DaVisionaire.
Voice of St. Louis, wow. That was one of the best experiences ever, I will say. First of all, shout out to K Ready Rock ENT. Check him out. He has a store in Baton off Broadway. He sells everything from phone accessories to purses, ladies. So get with him. Thank you, because he gave us an opportunity that nobody else has given us. He put on an R&B competition, strictly R&B, because like I said, I came out in the rap venue at night. So he gave us an avenue where it was strictly R&B, strictly about us, and he gave us a chance to showcase our talent. So like, he'll forever have a special place for that, because that's dear to me. From season 1 to season 2, I met a lot of great people. Season 1 was his very first season with the Voice of St. Louis, so you know, there was things that was kind of rough, like you were being judged off of your performance, but it was also a feeling of what the judges thought you did. I don't have anything bad to say about it, because I didn't have any bad experiences. Like, and that's true speaking, no sugarcoating. Like, I take everything as a learning process. So I never really got bad comments from the judges. It was more so of, Ali, what can you do to better yourself? So I would take that every week and learn from it, grow with it, practice, and come back with a better me. So from first season to second season was better because the venue was better. We had food, we had better judges. The reward, which first season it was $1,000, second season it was $1,500, and yes, he delivered on every penny of it. So shout out to him. The judges were better. It was more critiquing, but with second season there was paperwork. like you had numbers. You were judged, if I'm not mistaken, in 5 different categories: stage presence, your stage performance, your energy, your outfit, and your overall presence. Period. So it was a lot better in season 2 to me. A lot better, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
I was there. Hey, she turned up.
Shout out to Most P, because she is a big supporter in St. Louis. Not just me, but of everybody.
Hey, what song was it? Hold on. Hero. Man, if Mariah was there, she would want to let her sing that song. And Mariah's a hard person to match, man. And she did Deborah Cox. That's my fucking song. But it's footage on YouTube. Eventually you'll have them links and you can check it out for your own eyes and your own ears. My next question for you is, describe your least and favorite performance, which you kind of already did, but go into why.
Okay, doing The Voice?
Whichever. All throughout your 2 years.
Throughout my 2 years, period. That's hard for me because I have so many favorites. Let's start with the least favorite. And not so much that it's the least, but it was my first time ever flubbing on stage. Like, I almost fell. Yeah, and that's on my YouTube channel too. We don't spare no feelings over here at Team Mountain. You coming? So, during season 2 of The Voice of St. Louis, it was Michael and Janet's week. And I was ready. I had the Janet hat on. I had my gloves on. I had my black on. I was ready. I went down, I performed I Get So Lonely. Shout out to Janet Jackson, because you are an icon. I went to do I Get So Lonely and I started. I have no idea what happened, but some balances was lost. I swayed a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the back. I never actually fell, but I caught myself. And then, you know, in a competition you have to start on time, so I did all this and managed to run to the mic and bow. I get so lonely.
I saw that.
You were there.
I saw that footage.
So I would have to say that was my least favorite. But my overall favorite, I won't say, well, it's always a performance when you sing, but the best moment to date of my career would be to sing for 30 seconds on the radio and have Mr. Steve Harvey himself say, "Ooh, Allie, you can sing." Like, that's my most memorable, most favorite moment. Like, that's to date, that's the one that's most dear to my heart.
What did you say? Okay, I got a question for that Steve Harvey too, and you can promote that as well, and you know, just let people know you're not a typical St. Louis artist. I guess I can say that.
Yes,
but
you
yeah,
can say that.
You know, she's not. Shout out to the company. Question for you is, outside of singing, what is your passions?
My passions are, like, I write too. So that's a passion. I'm one of those writers, like, you have to have a pen at all times. You have to have your phone handy, because I can sit here and, like, the stop sign. I can look at the stop sign and probably say something like, well, I'm sitting at the stop sign, you don't blind my mind, so green light go. Like, songs come. So I have to have some type of device, so that I can write it down and make sure that I keep up with it, because it'll come out of nowhere. So writing is a passion of mine. I'm also an actress, but I like to cook. I love to be in the kitchen. I'm family oriented, so my mom has 2 daughters. It's just me and my younger sister. I have children, so we'll get together and we'll get in the kitchen, we'll cook, we'll have fun. Like, that's another passion of mine.
It's like a crib episode in the loop. She just told y'all what she does in the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. Next question for you is, where do you see you in your musical career or professional career in the next 2 years?
In the next 2 years, it is my goal to have the #1 song on all charts. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm performing all of them, so maybe I'm #1 on hip hop or R&B, but then I'll have #1 on country. Shania's #1, but I wrote it. #1 on, you know, pop, rock, you know. Kelly Clarkson's #1 on maybe country, but I wrote it. You know, I'm writing for maybe Katy Perry. I see my career in the next 2 years really taking off. My team and I have goals set in mind, and most of the goals we've set, we've conquered. So I see us leaving St. Louis, never forgetting where we come from, but soaring on, going to new heights.
Next question, which you actually chimed in on, but now you actually can go into full detail about your acting career, like your plays and things you've been on. So basically,
I've been in 6 or 7 plays, forgive me, to date. I started off in smaller plays with Starfire Productions. Then I graduated to JPEG Creative Works. Joel P.E. King is an well-known director and writer from East St. Louis who puts on plays here in St. Louis. You know, East St. Louis is just a river apart. So, he puts on plays here. He has a lot of support. He travels in and out of town. He's worked with people like R. Kelly's ex-wife. He's worked with Kendra C. Johnson from the movie Fat Girls. I did a play with her under his name called Issues of Love. He's at the Black Repertory. We have a play going on now called Through the Eyes that he's written, which will run July the 11th. It will run at the Kranzberg Theater. You can go online at jpeg.com to purchase tickets. We'll also have another play coming up called Real Life. I'm also a part of that production. So a lot of my bigger plays have come through Joel. I've worked with Falak on a play called Zella, which was at the History Museum. I'm sorry, Falak's play was called The Hunger. Zella, I worked with Sir Irvin Williams III, was his play. I worked with him at they both were held at the History Museum. So as far as the acting, that's some of the things I've done. I've worked with Ace from Promo Geeks. They did a rendition, like a St. Louis rendition of Boys in the Hood. I played a store clerk in that. So my acting career is kind of just kicking off also.
It ain't a kickoff.
Right.
Hey, she practically there. That's like 10 plays. Okay, so my next one is basically, we talked about songwriting, but go into a little bit more detail about the passion behind songwriting. Like, you can be an artist, but you don't have to songwrite. So what makes you passionate about being a songwriter and an artist?
My passion about the songwriting is almost every song that I sing is a situation I've been in, know about, experienced, my friends been in. I have some type of connection to the situation. Those what my songs are. Like, I take my situations and just turn it into music. I take my pain, my hurt, and turn it into a song. My happiness, and turn it into a song to share with the world, because I know somewhere out there somebody else has been through this. I have a song, briefly I'll touch on. It's called At the Hands of a Woman. I have a 4-year-old son now, but he was 2 at the time. And briefly I'll tell you, his dad missed his birthday party, and from that stemmed a hit that everybody I sing it to is like, oh my God, Ellie, I can't wait till you put that out. I can't believe my baby daddy did it too. He didn't even call my son. Like, so many other women go through these simple I call them simple situations that I go through, but so many other women go through them too. So that's where my passion for songwriting comes from.
I want you to just tell us a little bit more about the emotion actually getting that email, or however you were invited out to go on, and then what are you gonna do when you go out there type stuff.
Okay, because that just rings major excitement. When we called the Steve Harvey Morning Show and I actually got through, you know how you play around and you see the American Idol commercial and you're like, I'm going to do that, which I've tried out for American Idol so many times, you know what I'm saying? But you can't, like, when it's your time, it's your time. So my cousins attend the the neighborhood awards every year, and it's like, Allie, this year you need to sing your way there. And he started having the commercials, sing your way to the neighborhood awards, and I'm like, I'm gonna sing my way there because I got this, I'm gonna do this. Well, that morning when we called and I actually got through, it was like, wait a minute. Now, I'm never nervous. It's always an adrenaline rush for me, Precious. Before I perform, it's always like, ooh, go time to eat. But knowing that Steve Harvey's on the other end, like, this millionaire that he's not afraid to tell you suck. He's not afraid to be like, oh, you was cool, but no. But he's also not afraid to embrace you and love you. That was, I want to say, my first time feeling straight nervous. He came on the air, him and Miss Shirley. And He was like, who we got on the line? Ali from St. Louis. I had to calm down because I just wanted to be like, oh, it's Miss St. But he has a promoter, an assistant that works for him named Candace. Shout out to Candace. She's a sweetheart. And like when I say she calmed me down, she was like, Allie, I know you're excited, but we don't want your voice to crack. You know, just get a grip, drink you some water, and calm down. I know this is a really exciting moment, but we want Steve to hear your best. Like, I instantly felt like we were best friends. I instantly felt like she wanted me to win and she wanted me to make it, you know? So it was like a feeling of love instantly, just over the phone way. And then to go into Steve, to hear Steve be like, okay, Allie, do your thing. I sung a snippet of Shirley Murdoch's Before You Left Me, I had it all, you were with me, that was enough. I sung that for him. He instantly loved it. And Shirley was like, Allie won. Like, I had to cover the phone because I was like, ah! You know? And it was just from there. We voted on the computer, and what it was is it's 3 rounds. Now, what we didn't know at the time was that Steve and Shirley picked the winner the first round. The second round, everybody votes. And then the third round is when you go on to compete for the $10,000 in Vegas. So the second time I got the call back from Candace, and like, Allie, you made it to the finals, like you're gonna have to sing again. This time it was more of a conscious thing, like, okay, now girl, look, you got this halfway in the bag now. I need you to wake up, gargle, you know, shake it off and get with it. I sung a snippet of Whitney Houston's, and we went to voting. Went to work with the city. The team and I were posting all the time. Management was posting. I know for a fact the company, thank you, was posting and voting. Shout out again to Forever Fly, my check. Mondays, Bill Darris, we actually set up a voting station where they had computers back to back where you could come in, my check, you could register to vote, put your email address in, and we were going like the last night before you vote, going. And then I got a phone call from my lovely manager. Shout out to her, DCENT. She called me that morning. I was asleep, and she was like, "We going to Vegas," and I'm like, "Huh?" She like, "We going to Vegas," and I got up and I was just like, "Jesus, you're the center of my joy," and it's just been ecstatic from there. Like, I'm just all in, excited. I can't wait to go to Vegas. I'm not even sure at this point what I'm supposed to perform yet or how it's gonna go. I just know we are there. Team Allie in the building. You coming?
And who do you want to work with? Artist-wise, playwriter?
Well, locally, most of the people that I was all like, ooh, he hot, she hot, that I set out to work with is pretty much come to pass with the exception of you, Miss Thing. The company. But I've worked with Oops. Shout out to Roundtable, Oops in the building. I've been on showcases with his wife. Shout out to Kels the Poet. I've shared a stage with Kawami. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank at the moment. I've shared a stage with Motre. Shout out to Cafe Soul, because that was my first R&B like setting, my first open mic big setting. So shout out to Cafe Soul. I've did songs with Kenny Knox. I've just made a video with him. Check that out, the Gun song, Kenny Knox featuring Allie. Who else have I worked with? I have a song. I'm now working on a song with Lufo. I'm also working on a song with Stretch B. They're both Roundtable affiliates. That's about it at the moment as far as locally. I'm looking forward to working with Wild Man. I've heard a lot of things about Wild Man in his showcases, so I'm looking forward to being on his showcases. I perform on showcases with Carl Sevisev. Shout out to Forever Fly, because I've been on stage with Bill, Roberto, Rhythm and Berto, Cash, Ace, Yodi Slim. I've ran with some of the best in St. Louis. I have yet to work with people like Chingy, Murphy Lee. Oh man, one of the best hosts in the land, one of my favorite, Miss Tende. She's the host of Cafe Soul, which is the #1 open mic show in the Midwest. I've learned a lot from Tende. Like, because of her, I've been in other events. Like, I've performed at cancer awareness events with other live bands. So, like, she holds a special place in my heart. So I just had to take a moment to say shout out to her. I've worked with Hot Heads. They're a new up-and-coming entertainment company. I've worked with them. So, a lot of different people in the loop.
So, the time has came. Unfortunately, I have to end it. But before I go, I need Ali to tell me, or tell the readers, the listeners, whatever, your ways to contact you, like your YouTube, your Facebooks, all that. Yeah. How to book you.
You can look me up, view my YouTube videos at Ali Mays. You can just type in ALIMAYS and all sorts of videos will come up. You can befriend me on Facebook at Ali the Real Ali. That's ALLI 2 L's ALLITHEREALALLI. You can also follow me on Twitter at Team Ali1. You can also look me up on Reverb Nation at Ali the Real Ali. You can book me by contacting DCENT. Her telephone number you can contact her at is 314-359-8299. That's where you will contact me. Like, I don't just do nightclub performances. We do weddings. We also sadly do funerals. We do birthday parties, private events. So for any further booking, to look me up or just to get at me and say hi, tweet, say hi, Ali, I seen your interview, or I want to work with you, hit me up. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I need to drop the DJ Most P drop and then the DaVisionaire drop.
Okay. What's a drop? What do you?
What's up, y'all? This your girl Ali, telling you to tune in and check out DaVisionaire, Most P. Shout out to Bless, shout out the company, CBCS in the building. Your girl Ali, Team Ali in the building. You coming? Cause I'm there.